Hey everyone, Brian here. Happy Victoria Day to all my Canadian subscribers. As you can see, I'm working on the Mean and Green Craftsman Racer. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to change that name. I may or may not. But I'm working on a transmission splatter shield and a tensioner for my belt. If you don't know what a transmission splatter shield is, this tractor is a rear tank and it's going to be staying as a rear tank. Basically, if something goes wrong with this differential or even the front half of the transmission, I don't want it to blow apart and blow up into my gas tank. So I'm putting this piece of angle right here, and I have a piece right here. This actually came off the Kubota to go over top of the transmission. It's already cut in the front, just that leaf got on there just now. And just getting ready to grind it and weld it in. Also, this is going to help with some rear end stability. Being a walk-through or step-through tractor, doesn't have much for frame right here. I've also cut this area right here out, but that doesn't really do much for it. I may come in with a piece of angle right across here. Then I can also put another tensioner right here as well. I got these ones here, but if more you can keep this belt in line, I could even put a idler pulley here, the better. So keeps it in line, keeps it much better setup. So this is what I'm working on today, and it's warm out, but I'm going to get this welding done now, and I might actually get to the point of actually driving this thing today. Don't really know yet. I gotta see what the rest of the day has in store, but also right here, this bolt sticks up pretty far, and this was rubbing the gas tank. I could actually take the bolt out and lower it a little wee bit. I might do that just so I can get most amount of clearance to my gas tank, because as of right now it's going to be tight, and this here will just about rub my gas tank. And with a full tank of gas, that's not really a good idea. Here is my gas tank. There is no mark on it. That's just the factory mark right there. Okay, I just finished putting in the tranny splatter shield and the cross member. Everything's all welded in. Next I'm going to do is weld the bracing up here. Then I'll probably be pulling out the engine. I got some grinding and some finish welding to do up front, just to finish up everything. I do got some front end welding to do, but I'm not going to get around to doing that today. Probably next couple weeks, maybe next weekend. We'll see. Don't really have much planned for next weekend or the weekend after, so I'd like to get some more work done on this stuff and get some more yard work done and other stuff. I gotta get lawnmowers done, and got my second 4-wheel steer coming, and lots of nice fun stuff. So this is all good. It's all solid. You could practically lift the entire tractor from that cross member now. It's strong. I did actually use a little bit thicker piece of angle. Adds a little bit more support. This is what I was going to use here, 1/2 inch, or this is a 1/2 or 1/4, and I actually put in a piece of 1 inch angle. Same thickness, but just a little bit thicker, or sorry, a little bit wider and taller. Give me a little bit more protection, and pretty much it covers the entire transmission. If this transmission blows up, it's not going to affect my gas tank. That's the way I wanted it. I have tested the gas tank, but I'm not going to put it in here right now. It's hot. I don't want to melt my gas tank, so it does all fit. I'm debating on pulling the dash off today. It's a lot of work. I got some finished welding to do under there. We'll see. It's loose right now, I think. Maybe a couple more bolts holding it, I'm not sure. But I got some front end welding to do, so the engine's coming back out in a little while. I'm going to finish welding this across the back here, just down in there. It's all tacked in. I did do some welding, and just finished up, and I gotta get a quick coat of black spray paint on this so nothing rusts. That's one mistake I did up front. I did not paint it, so it's rusting. So I gotta go through that. I gotta clean it, and I gotta fill in a few more welds. My welding has improved quite a bit since I first started welding, even since I've done the welding on the truck. When I went back in on the truck and re-welded a whole bunch of stuff, my welding has improved since then. That's when my welding improved, and it's still improving a lot more and more. It's actually the helmet I'm using. The auto darkening helmet really helps a lot with me, especially the way my eyes are. So But here it is for right now. And yes, this belt will fit, because right now the only way to get the belt off, since this tractor is lowered, is to pull the transmission, which isn't a big deal. I don't really care about that. It's It's a Kevlar belt, so it's a really good quality belt, so I shouldn't have any issues with it anyways, hopefully. Knock on wood, or steel. So not a big deal to pull it out, 6 bolts, and it's off. Lower it, change the belt. And I can still measure the belt with it in this position like this. I can just loop it around the transmission and I can get a good measurement on the belt if I need to get a new belt anyways. Or if there's something wrong with the length of this belt. Okay, as you can see, the engine's sitting in position. Unfortunately, it's not ready to run. I ran into a big problem with my exhaust. It wouldn't fit. So it turns out I clearanced that area down there for no reason, and my exhaust does not fit. But that's actually going to give me the option of blocking all this in, which will actually make it look cleaner. And I got the piece right over there to do it, and I'll weld it in there next weekend. I just got to watch out for this little spot right here. Got to keep clearance. That's for my clutch return spring. So what I'm going to do with my exhaust, I'm actually going to run true duals. Instead of having a Y pipe connecting both cylinders, I got this pipe here. This is actually the original pipe. I tack welded this onto here because that already fit. And I figured, okay, the pipe should fit, but unfortunately the bend where it brought it back underneath the engine would not clear my front cross member for my steering. If it was just a little bit farther forward, but I'm not willing to redesign my entire front end just to clear the exhaust. I'm not going to do that. So the way I did it, I cut up a bunch of different exhaust systems, and I finally found a setup that will work. It's a little bit of the original, and I believe the piece came off of that exhaust right there. That came off of that smoky Kohler engine that's sitting in the shop. That I have no idea what I want to do with it. The zero turn engine. So here it is. It's going to work. So I'm going to get this welded up. I'm going to get the plug welded onto the end there. And I'm going to get this side right here done. I'm either going to put an elbow on there and I'll tack it in place, and my stepdad will bring it to work and finish weld it, and we'll be done with it. Just the cap, I don't really want to do the cap on there, so I'm going to get him to do the cap, make it a little bit easier, and he'll make sure it's all sealed up, and they pressure tested at his work anyways. So it will be pressure tested and it's going to work good. So, but get him to finish weld these. They're clean them up and just finish weld that. It doesn't look too bad, but it will seal. But I just don't like the look of it. Get him to clean that up. And on this side, I'm either, like I said, I'm going to do an elbow. I think if I do a coupler and then an elbow, I haven't really looked. I think it's going to be down too low. I don't want it down low. I want to keep it up nice and high. So I'm thinking about just doing an elbow. I'll tack the elbow on so he knows right where it needs to go, and he'll finish weld it, and we'll be done. The rear end's done. It's all ready to go. Everything's all clearanced and finished back there. I even wire wheeled the crankshaft in anticipation of putting the belt back on and putting the pulley back on. But really, there's no point doing that with no exhaust system, and it'll be way too noisy to fire it up. So, but in the meantime, this is done. The Scots is coming tomorrow, and I have to do a video on that when the time comes. And that's pretty much it for this. So I'll talk to everyone later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please share and comment.